Welcome to Words About Stuff, a podcast where I talk to awesome people about the stuff they love. I'm your host, Amy the Copywriter, and I'm joined by Jeff, actor, podcaster, retiree, my former boss, Jeff Grandstrom. Hello.
I trained Amy at our job when I first met her, and then she took over and became my boss. And that's how you're not supposed to do it.
And then I was on your podcast and thought, I think I want a podcast. So now you're on my podcast.
And congratulations, you're the last person in America to have a podcast. Now it's everybody.
It's true. That's part of the thesis. I can't be left behind.
Yeah, that's good. You're not left behind. You got a podcast. Good for you.
You cleared your calendar for me. That's amazing.
I did.
So this podcast is for awesome people, by awesome people. Obviously.
You're really throwing the word awesome around easily.
I'm using that word a lot.
You have been.
And now we both have to say why we're awesome. I will start. I haven't thought of anything yet. I'm thinking right now.
Improv.
I'm awesome because I'm doing improv. Do you have one already? You're faster than me.
No, I don't think of myself as awesome.
Well, you're going to have to because that's the whole premise.
All right.
Maybe I could do one for you.
Okay.
We could reverse it.
Okay.
I think you're awesome because all of your stories are centered around how cool other people are and how they helped you. Instead of recognizing that you were probably pretty good to them and you were probably pretty good at what you were doing and you were helping them. I like how you see all those stories as this person helped me instead of like, I did this all myself, right?
Well, that's not even a thought process, but I appreciate it. But I guess awesome is a very subjective word, so...
Definitely. That's the reason I picked it.
I guess you've heard my stories about my friends, and I'm awesome because of the friends I've got. You, Phil, Josh and Kenya, Xander, people who I've been, again, lucky in life. I'm as selfish as everybody else. I'm as lazy as everybody else. I can be a bully just like everybody else. I regret a lot of those things, but I've always had friends all the time who, for some reason, just care about me and are just nice to me.
There might be a reason. You might have to figure out what that is.
No, if I figure out what it is, it'll fuck it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've just been lucky. And by the way, all those theater companies I worked with, first of all, those directors, especially when I was 19 years old, took a real chance on me.
And I think you would do the same thing.
I would. They took a chance on me thinking I would be good. Okay, not just I'm doing you a favor or something like that.
Right.
Because when Georgia Theater closed, she had a party. A bunch of actors came to it. And I came to her privately and I said, I feel like I'm emotional about it because she passed away since then. But I said to her, I have to thank you. You gave me a bunch of cool roles. You helped me with my resume. She said, I have to thank you. But she gave me roles literally every time. She burned a lot of bridges with actors around town. But in my case, everything she ever said she would do, she did. We never wrote a thing down on paper. She gave me a bunch of cool roles. And my resume is better because of her. And I said, I have to thank you.
Yeah.
But she didn't see it that way.
That's awesome. And you don't see it that way. The other way around. You came on this podcast. I could have been doing the craziest podcast in the world. And you're like, okay, I'll come on.
I'm awesome because I can tell stories that make me cry.
Yes.
I can't help crying.
See? It's the actor.
Crying on stage is a whole different story. But yes, I've been lucky over the years. If I'm awesome, it's because I have awesome friends.
That's awesome. See? I said it at least 40 times in that segment, and that's the goal. So.
You did. Almost as many times as I got reminders for today's podcast, which I got like 57.
Really? Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out.
Maybe a tad overzealous.
It's automatic.
I was going to be here.
The robots have taken over.
I had it planned all the time.
I will have to find out why that's happening because it should have only been 2.
Well, I got one yesterday, one this morning, one 20 minutes before. So
this is what AI has done for us. It's allowed me to bombard you.
What's your next trick?
The next one is speed round. This could be you can answer them as slowly or as quickly as you want. And it's just a little getting to know you segment. So, first question. Are you ready?
Yes.
A meal or snack you remember from childhood?
A meal or... from childhood, I guess I couldn't really... Let me just think for a second. This is not a very speed run. That's an interesting question.
I can tell you, when I got sick, my mom used to make sick soup. and I thought it was a soup that you could buy. It was tomato soup with like plain macaroni in it. So when I was older, I went to buy sick soup at the store because I don't know how to make anything. And it's not a thing.
Okay.
She was making tomato soup and spaghetti or whatever and putting it in there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's poor people food that you cherish when you get older.
Yeah.
And it was just because your mom was trying to keep you barely alive because you didn't have any money.
Exactly.
I haven't thought about this since I was little, but my mom used to make fried chicken. If she made fried chicken, we had the giblets. And that's the liver, the gizzard, and sometimes the heart. And as kids, we loved fried livers, gizzards, and hearts. I still do. Some people don't, but I do. And we would call dibs. My sister or my brother and me would call dibs. We didn't call them giblets. We ended up just calling them dibs. So I get the dibs. And that was what it was. It was the organ meat. Now, of course, if I make chicken livers at home or gizzards, it just reminds me of being a kid because I love that stuff. But yes, that's probably the most kid thing that I can remember that we did. You probably can't put this on the air.
Why not?
But,
I think it's interesting.
I don't know. Just that we love that. My mom used to make good fried chicken, and that was the thing we liked the best about it.
Good answer. You get 10 points. Next question. First move during a zombie apocalypse.
First move?
Yeah, like what are you going to do?
I guess I'll lock the door.
Okay, do you have a further plan?
Oh, second move, you mean? Yeah, I'll
Yeah, maybe 2, maybe 3.
Okay. Well, if zombie apocalypse, I guess I would try to call people. I mean, just be realistic.
Okay.
I'd probably call people, make sure they were okay. If they know there's a zombie apocalypse, is there a zombie apocalypse in upstate New York right now, or is it just here in Vegas?
Right.
I guess I'd get all of my ducks in a row. I don't think I'd have a lot of protection. I got a baseball bat. I guess I could go upside a zombie's head. But if I've locked the doors good, I hopefully wouldn't have to do that.
You could get some barbed wire, call it Lucille or whatever you need to do, you know.
Yeah, put it around my baseball bat. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. That's another good one because I've never once considered it.
I have thoroughly planned, so we are at opposite ends.
Well, what's your first move?
You need to get water. Fill your bathtub with water. Plug it. That's your first move.
Okay.
You should have locked your door already. For everyone listening, Jeff locks his door.
My door's locked right now. Because
There you go.
By the way, because I saw one of my neighbors looked kind of zombie-ish when I came in.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder when it started.
That might have been it. No, yeah. But that could be anything. I mean, if there's a hurricane, you want to fill your bathtub with water. If there's any natural disaster.
Or if the power goes out. Because the power makes the water go. So.
If the power goes
Yeah.
out all around town, I guess you're right. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. I'll remember
Yeah.
that.
That's your survival tip for the day. Number 3. How many emails are unopened in your inbox right now? You can guess.
Well, if they're promotional emails,
All of them.
well, I think just regular emails, I usually open them at least. So I probably have 20 that are not opened. As far as promotional emails, there's probably literally thousands that I've never opened.
How do you know that you have 2 separate parts of the inbox?
Yeah, I have an inbox and one that's promotions. Then it'll say so if it's a
Yeah.
company that I like, or it could be my gym, or but then sometimes it's unsolicited, like just some company. So anything that falls under the promotion, there's literally hundreds, thousands that I've never opened.
So anything I would write for work is currently unopened in your inbox. That's good. That's fine. That's what I do sometimes. I write emails for companies that send it out to people.
Oh, yeah. So that's what you're like, promotional.
Some of it, yeah. That's what copywriting is, trying to get people's attention to buy something.
Yeah, if it's something that I didn't expect, it's rare that I will see something that piques my interest enough to open it. I'm not saying never.
And that's the whole game. That's the whole fun of it.
But the streaming services that I use, like maybe Netflix, they'll send you stuff and say, oh, if you liked blah, you're going to like blah. And I'm like, I don't open that.
No.
I'm already going to see that information when I get on Netflix.
Exactly. That's not a useful email.
No.
They need to be sending something you actually care about instead of inundating you. That's my opinion too.
And then if it's something that I think I might need later, I'll put it in my personal section.
Yeah. So when I sent you like 400 emails about this podcast, you're like, that's promotional.
No. Those come in my regular email, and then I just delete it.
Yeah. I need to be at inbox 0 or I get annoyed. So.
Oh, cool. If you got a problem, which you do,
Yeah.
I could do that too. And I recently there is a system that I like where a little thing will pop up on my email. They give you an option to unsubscribe to any ones that you don't want. They'll just give you a whole list and you could just click them. And did it once and loved it, but I haven't done it again.
There are laws about the unsubscribe, because you know how at the bottom of an email it'll be like, click here to unsubscribe.
Which I do often.
But sometimes you would click there and then there'd be like 40 questions before you could unsubscribe. They changed that, so now it has to be one click. And a lot of brands aren't doing it correctly.
Yeah. I'm surprised how many just weird companies that aren't even related to what I care about.
Something is selling your information out there, just as it always is. They know the valuable Jeff email. You're going to buy so many things. They sell it to everyone.
You know, I know that there's like targeted spying and where I will get ads for things that I like. And I'm not totally against that.
No, me neither.
I buy movies and I buy books. So if somebody sends me something related to something I like, then I'm not that offended by it. I'm surprised at how many just off the wall shit that I get.
Yeah, I want to know when this video game is coming out. Please tell me. But just because I looked up something doesn't mean I want to buy it. And I get 400 ads about something.
I might accidentally click on, black dildo, and I didn't mean to hit that. And now
and now you just got to buy it just to stop the ads.
Well, I might as well buy it to get them off my back.
Yeah.
But so that kind of, I think, happens less now than it used to.
It happens less because it's not working as much. Because people are ignoring it. They're like, okay, I don't need to deal with that, which is great. Okay, question 4. Do you know any swear words in other languages?
Oh, yeah.
Is it some languages where you only know swear words?
Yeah, that's what you usually learn the swear words first. I know some in Spanish. I think all of them.
Oh, okay. So they could be useful in Vegas.
Yeah, but there are also things you don't want to say in mixed company.
But you want to make sure if someone's saying it to you, you know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You could usually tell.
Okay, interesting. And question 5, what's the favorite item you have in your home?
Favorite item?
If you look around, what's something that is your favorite? I can't pick one, so...
Favorite item? Wowee.
I would think it's your entire collection of movies and books.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really pinpoint. When I was a kid, I used to babysit for these people. And they had a bookshelf loaded with books, all different kind of stuff. And I wanted one like that. I wanted a bookshelf with books in it. To me, it's very comforting to be, especially books, to be surrounded by books. And when it comes to the movies, I'm not necessarily a collector, but there's certain things I want to own because I want physical media. I like to have it here. I like to show it to people or say, here, you could borrow this, or I like to say, look at what I have around me. It makes me feel good. I could lose all that stuff and probably be fine. You know, I have very little, not nothing, but I have very little that's very collectible that might be expensive. I mean, over the years, I've got some signed comics and signed posters that are maybe interesting to the people who like the same things I like, but not the whole world.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you watched recently a movie that I suggested, which is Blood and Flesh, the Al Adamson story. My Al Adamson collection is definitely one of the best, most expensive things I've got because it went out of print the day I bought it.
Oh my.
And it's a beautiful collection of 30 films, probably. And if you watch the documentary, you know. Every one of those films is entertaining, but there's nary a moment of quality in any of them.
Yes. What an amazing testament to not needing to be perfect to get something done.
And that's the Severin Films put that out. I have put out a lot of other box sets since then. A couple of them that I have that are great, but those are for nerds. But to buy the Al Adamson collection now, look it up on eBay. It's like $600. You can't.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can't get that. And that was right away. There's other ones that came out later after that I think you can still buy on the website. But for some reason, the Al Adamson set just went boom. The very next day, you couldn't buy it.
Do you think they only made 5 copies?
Well, no, they tell you. It's limited to 3,000 units or something like that. Same thing with, I love trailer collections, and there's a bunch that came out a few years ago called Trailer Trauma, where they would show trailers for grindhouse horror movies, and then they started having commentary tracks on those with movie historians and stuff, and I absolutely love them. And there was one called the 80s Horror-thon, which is 7 hours long. It takes each year of the 80s, shows a bunch of horror trailers, and have commentators, historians talk about those movies. Different commentators for every year of the 80s. It's like 7 hours long. I fucking love it. I looked it up one day. It was like $600. What the heck? I bought it when it first came out for, I don't know, $30 or whatever. And it went out of print. They reissued it again because it was so popular. And I think even the second ones are expensive. Look up Trailer Trauma if you get a chance on eBay. There's also one that's called the 70s Action Collection, and there's one that has TV spots. I love TV spots and radio spots for old, like horror movies. Not old, but from the 70s.
Oh, I love how they decide to market movies. It is so weird. It's so obviously someone different than who made the movie almost all of the time.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. They don't really have that now. I guess because YouTube, you're going to see trailers. You have ads on YouTube all the time, so I guess that's how they do it now. It's a whole different world, you know. I mean, and it's become that different world, so I didn't even really register it.
Yeah, that's the world I'm over here in. Okay, I have a game for you to play.
Okay. This is the kind of thing I want to do more of on Dudes on Cinema. I want to have more quizzes.
Games. I thought about showing up with an overlay. You know, in Saw,
Yeah?
when that guy on the little bike, do you want to play a game? But I didn't do it. Have you ever done a tier list? Do you know how this works? Have you seen people do it online?
No.
Okay, so I'll say then that I invented tier lists, and this is mine, and anyone who copies it owes me money. This is the top one. S tier means it's the best. And then A is the second best. S is for, like, exceptional, like, above and beyond, right? A is, like, really, really good, and down to F is bad. Kind of like school grades. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's actors down here on the bottom.
Right.
And we can do this several ways. I can tell you who they are, or I can zoom in and you can tell me who they are.
Well, I could tell pretty much who all these people are.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this guy here? Who's that?
Oh, that's Seth Rogen.
Okay. Yeah, he's easy, right?
Yeah, I like Seth.
I just started watching The Studio.
Oh, did you?
It's awesome.
Oh my God, that show is so funny.
I love it.
13 Emmys. It won a world record.
So, the oneer was one shot.
The oneer, that's what it means. The episode isn't one shot.
Yeah. The one that they actually did in the show. It looked like it was one shot.
Well, they do that a lot on The Studio, where there's a camera going around.
They do. I was just going to ask, are they doing it almost all the time?
Yeah, they do it a lot. It's not a whole episode or something, but they do long shots on that show. I watched that episode a second time because I absolutely loved it, but it definitely has the bookend. They talk about having bookends.
Oh, I love a bookend.
Where they're driving up the hill, and then at the end they're driving down the hill, and they don't comment on it, but that's what it is.
Oh, how did he get the blood on his face? Like, they zoomed away for a sec?
They did that with it wasn't technically a
Texas switch,
because he falls down and it's a stuntman.
And they go like this to someone else, and then they come back.
Falls down, it's a stuntman, and when he gets up, he's all bloody.
So cool.
I tried to say, he comes out of the shot. They might not cut.
No, I don't think they cut. I think it's on purpose. They go to everyone going like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then they go back to.
Also, the one called The Missing Reel, have you seen that?
Yep.
That is a complete...
Hilarious.
Like a spoof of Chinatown. They even mention it, but it's that whole, I walk down the lonely street, that kind of shit.
Why are you doing that? My therapist told me I should.
Yeah. Oh, I can't do it too? If it's just your thing? Yeah, it's just my thing. I watched a bunch of those a second time.
They are so meta, and it's created by Seth Rogen also, right?
And he's got a co-writer that also does.
And they obviously love movies, and they love TV, and they love all of this. And I think everyone in it feels the same to me.
Yeah.
And it kind of feels like a play if it's all one shot.
Yeah.
They're all kind of riffing.
A movie like Birdman, which has like 20-minute long shots in it. It's not the whole film. And there are movies that do it. There's a movie called, I think, Victoria, about a girl who gets involved with some thugs after being at the disco in Germany. It's like 90-minute long. It's one long take.
How do you do it? Like, someone messes up, you got to start over.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or if somebody messes up, you keep it as long as it's not terrible.
Okay.
You know, again, there's probably a lot of improvisation that goes on in that. That movie is just okay.
Yeah.
But it is an interesting experimental film.
Does it take a certain kind of actor to do it then?
Well, if you do theater, that's all you ever do.
Yeah. So the kind of actor who wants to get everything perfect and rehearse and doesn't memorize their lines, that person couldn't do the oneer.
Well, I don't know. I've done very little film.
Right.
I've done a lot of theater, but film is a whole different thing because you could stop and start. I did a short film once, and it's little tiny bits of moments all the time that get put together. But if you're doing a play, you're doing it from beginning to end usually, unless you exit the stage. But so if you see it in a movie, it's usually cool. You see a movie like a oneer would be something like in Boogie Nights. If you've ever seen Boogie Nights, that opening shot is ridiculous. It's like 6 minutes long. It comes from across the street, goes down. You see Burt Reynolds. It goes in the disco. All the characters are introduced, talk to each other. All in one camera shot. I wonder how many times they've had to do it. Because it goes inside, and not until they show Mark Wahlberg the first time as it cuts, it's like 5 minutes long. About a 5 minute long shot is amazing in a movie.
And it has to go from like a rig down to like on a person.
In that case, it does. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah. Where do you think Seth Rogen fits? You can rank acting or everything.
Well, I guess I'm going to put Seth Rogen on top now because of all we just talked about.
Okay.
He's really come into his own with something like that.
I think so too.
And plus, I like Seth Rogen. We've talked about it on my podcast. I like him a lot in serious movies. He always just plays one role. He doesn't do anything besides what he always does. But a lot of times that works in both comedy and drama. He's in that movie Jobs or Steve Jobs, the one with Michael Fassbender. That's a great biopic. And he just plays whoever his partner was. I can't remember his name. He's a real person. Steve Wozniak, I think.
Wozniak, yeah.
Yeah, and so...
I always thought... I didn't know it was biopic. I thought you said biopic. Like, I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Well, it's a biography and it's a picture, so I don't think biopic. You're making up your own...
I was like, why is everyone saying biopic?
Yeah, you should... I also meant to complain about your pronunciation of linguist. It's only 2 syllables. It's not linguist, it's linguist.
Oh, okay.
You're hitting that U a little hard.
We can't add another one?
I guess that's the Canadian pronunciation. I don't know.
It might be sorry. Sorry about that.
Linguist.
So this next person, you know this one?
No, the blonde girl, maybe I don't know who that is. I can't tell who it is. Who is it?
I think the picture isn't the best.
Who is that? Oh, it's Elizabeth. What's her name?
I have to peek. I have it hidden. Oh no, where's her name? Ah, her name fell off. Technical difficulty. Rachel McAdams.
Oh, Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I like her, but I'm trying to think why I know her from.
Let's find out. She was in... Why does IMDb have ads? Do you have one that doesn't have ads?
No.
She was in The Notebook. She was in Mean Girls. Red Eye, The Vow.
I just saw Red Eye recently, enjoyed it.
That's her.
Was she in Brightburn? Probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Nope. That was not her.
Who's in Brightburn? I'm confusing her with somebody. Okay, Rachel McAdams. I like her okay. I don't have anything against her, but she's not somebody I...
This is kind of what she looks like other times.
Yeah. And...
Like that. Like this.
What's she in these days?
About Time. I don't think anything for a while. Oh, Doctor Strange, but I don't know if you would have seen that.
Can you show me her list?
This is IMDb. Dave... Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. What
Oh,
if?
yeah, she's in Game Night. Oh, I love Game Night.
Oh, yeah, Game Night. Disobedience. The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Keep going.
Aloha, Southpaw. Midnight in Paris.
I like her, but she doesn't rock my world.
Right. Brightburn had Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, see, I'm confusing. They're similar.
Yeah, in that they're both blonde.
No, they're both similar facially, and they're not always blonde.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have brown hair, so it's not really necessarily that. But I confuse her all the time. I gave her a B, I guess. I like her, but Elizabeth Banks though is in Spotlight. She was in Brightburn. I think she's the host of a game show right now. She's great on it. So I think I like Rachel McAdams okay. I think I like Elizabeth Banks more.
Well, that works. She's a B. Got it. Now, do you know this guy down here?
Yeah, that's Rick Moranis.
All right, you got it.
From SCTV, from lots of movies. I'll give him an A.
Okay. I used to love Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
He stopped acting to take care of his family like 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
But he was on SCTV
Yeah.
with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. He was in Little Shop of Horrors. He's in the Ghostbusters movies. I like Rick Moranis, yeah. But not...
Nice.
He stopped acting to take care of his family for real.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't know that about him.
Now he looks like Winona Ryder.
It is the one who was in The Matrix.
Oh...
Carrie-Anne Moss.
Carrie-Anne Moss. I can't say too much about her.
If you didn't see The Matrix.
I've seen The Matrix and I don't like it. It's not because of her. I think that movie's incredibly overrated.
I loved the first one, but that's because it was at the time when I was like, I've never seen this in a movie before.
Yeah.
I'd read it in books.
Yeah,
But
even the first one.
you'd already been around.
I was really not on that bandwagon. But yeah, she's great. I don't know. I think she's also in Memento.
And she's in a lot of TV shows too that I've seen her in.
If she is, I've never seen her. So I don't have anything against her, but C.
Yep, that works. Put her right there. This guy, I think you know him.
Christopher Plummer, A.
All right.
We just saw him in The Inside Man.
Oh yeah, he was.
He's one of the greatest actors of all time, literally.
The GOAT. You know that's what the GOAT stands for?
No, S.
Oh, S. Okay, going up. Nice. This person?
That's Sandra Oh.
Yes, it is.
I do like her. She was in Killing Eve. She's in Sideways. She was also in Grey's Anatomy, which I've never seen.
Yep.
I'll give her A. I like her.
Okay. I saw her in Killing Eve.
Yep.
I agree. Okay. This person?
Oh, that's don't tell.
You know his name.
I know his name.
Do you want a hint?
No, I know his name.
Okay.
He's a famous S. It's
It starts with a C. I don't know if that helped. Oh wait, I'm wrong.
it's Donald Sutherland, and
Yes.
and he's one of the greatest actors of all time. I give him a S.
There we go. S. Donald Sutherland. I have my list backwards on my end. I was gonna be wrong, and I'm the one who made the list. Crazy.
Well, he's great. He's great. One of my favorite actors. And he's been in many of my favorite movies. From Animal House, we had him in Ordinary People. Great actor.
I just watched Hunger Games.
Yep.
Because I never saw, I loved the books, right? And the first movie was okay. So I was like, I should watch the rest of them. The second movie was okay. And the last two movies were meh. But he was in it.
I love the books, and I've said it before many times.
Yep.
As much as I love movies, if I love a book, I don't need a movie of it at all.
Yeah, exactly. But he was
Who's
President
the chick?
Snow.
Jennifer
I think.
Lawrence, great, but
Yep.
I don't want to see those necessarily. They're probably good.
I agree. You know this lady?
No, who is that?
You might not. It's Sarah Polley.
Oh, yeah, Sarah Polley was in the remake of Dawn of the Dead. She's in The Oner.
Oh, she's the director.
She's the director, playing herself.
I didn't even notice. I'm ahead of myself. That's crazy.
Well, you could put her in maybe B. I don't know. She's in more famous movies. She might be in The Sweet Hereafter,
Okay.
which is a heartbreaking movie, and I think she's in. Let me look it up.
I'm faster.
Well, look up Sarah Polley and see if she's. So
Yep.
Sweet Hereafter probably goes back to the early 2000s.
She is. She's like a kid.
Yeah, she was a kid in it. They're all kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's about?
Death, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's about so she's in that, right? She's a teenager girl.
Yep.
That's about a small town. It's either in Canada or Alaska. It's snowy. And it's small enough that all the kids of every age take the same bus to school.
Oh, no.
And the bus, one day, goes on the ice and every kid in the town dies.
Well, that's not a feel-good movie.
No. Oh, it's devastating. And in the aftermath, Ian Holm plays a lawyer who comes to the town. The people are just ruined.
Yeah.
Because all the kids are dead. And it goes back and forth in time to where before it happened and after it happened. And he's a lawyer who's having a problem with his wife. He got Oscar nominated for it. Who's trying to get the town to get a class action lawsuit against the bus company or against anybody.
Right.
But nobody really has their heart in it.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it with my mom. I was drinking sake.
Oh, no.
And it's getting to the point, we know it already happened.
Yeah.
But it's getting to the point where it does happen. I said, we got to stop the movie for a second.
So I can't do this.
I said, I can't watch this. I had to get ready to watch it. It is fantastic, but I've never seen it a second time.
No.
But I know Sarah Polley was about a teenager in that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and she's in that big time. So yeah, I like her, but I've never seen her a few times. Sweet Hereafter is a great film, by the way, but it's one of those just terribly sad movies.
Yeah, I don't have to just like in a very small way. Up, I think that's a great movie, but that opening sequence makes me way too sad.
Oh yeah,
I can't.
absolutely.
I don't need to watch it ever again.
I said I watched Hamnet in the theater the other day. I don't know if you heard about it, but not since I saw Moonlight, where number one, I wept like a baby the last scene of the film all the way through the credits.
Yeah.
The whole audience was crying. I was using my hoodie for a Kleenex. I went to the restroom, standing at the urinal. I burst into tears. Mm-hmm. I started to write my review of it. I watched the trailer. I started crying.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's my second favorite movie of the year. But everything you've heard, it is a very sad... It's a good movie, but it is a tearjerker. It really worked on me big time. Rental Family.
It's a human movie.
I cried like 4 times at Rental Family, but that's more of a sweet cry.
Yeah.
But the little boy dies in Hamnet, and he's a great little boy, and it's too bad. So
And these are all the sad... They get nominations, right? Oscar sad movies?
Oh, well, Jesse Buckley, who plays it's about Hamlet. It's about Shakespeare and his wife. They had a kid named Hamnet. He died of it. They got sick.
Yeah.
And then Hamlet, he wrote it, and it is showing the catharsis of being able to say goodbye to the kid you couldn't say goodbye to because he died. And Jesse Buckley plays Agnes, who's Shakespeare's wife, and it's such a primal, emotional. She's going to win Best Actress. Remember that I said that. It's not. Everybody knows it. It's like when you saw Shirley MacLaine in Terms of Endearment. There was no more discussion about it. She's going to win the Oscar. Jesse Buckley's going to win Best Actress this year. Case closed. You'll see.
That's awesome. You'll have to tell me when it happens. And then I'll say, you said that.
Great movie, though. Beautiful. Directed by Chloe Zhao. I've talked about her on the podcast. She directed The Rider, about the rodeo kid who gets hurt. And she directed Nomadland with Frances McDormand. So she's kind of an artsy director. But Hamnet was everything I expected. I was hoping it would be, but I was crushed by it. Just crushed. I can't imagine how it would be if you had a young son.
Yeah, no, that's what I used to watch Law & Order SVU all the time. You know how it used to just always be on?
Oh, those shows are brutal.
And it's brutal, and you would just watch it all the time. Then there was a certain point where I was like, oh, I can't watch this.
I've gotten a lot more tenderhearted as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
But but Hamnet is a great film. It's a real work of art.
Well, from that to the great work of art, this guy, you know him?
Of course. I love William Shatner. He's an S.
Yay. I didn't know if he was bad.
An S just because he is.
Okay.
But he's also iconic. But he became better in Boston Legal.
Oh, true, yeah.
And he played Denny Crane, and that was the time he won at least 2 Emmys. And he's great in that. Yeah, I can't deny it. I love William Shatner. He's an S.
I love Star Trek. We just rewatched all of the first Star Trek and Next Generation.
Those are the only ones.
Yeah, I know. We're going to try the others, but those are the ones, I agree.
Because the first one, I grew up on it. I know every episode. It literally is iconic.
Do you know how many women he kisses and then punches?
He doesn't punch any women.
Yes, I'll show you the clips. It's hilarious.
Oh, he punches Elan of Troyes. But she has to come in. It's Taming of the Shrew.
Well, there's that one, but there's at least 3 where he will slap them or knock them out.
Oh, well, I don't know. We'll say this, though, especially as I've gotten older. All of the women that are like sexy characters are fucking hot.
Yeah.
Okay, since you watched it, let me ask you this. Do you remember these girls? The best episode of Star Trek, the original series, is City on the Edge of Forever.
Okay.
When they go back to the 30s, and he falls in love with Edith Keeler. She has to die. It's the best episode.
This one.
It's one of the greatest TV episodes of any series ever made. The second best episode is called Mirror, Mirror, when they go to the violent universe and...
Where they have the goatees.
Yeah. Well, only Spock has a goatee.
Right.
That's one of the best episodes of all time. The girl who he falls in love with in that is hot as fuck.
Let me see if she's on the pictures.
Yeah, she should be.
There's a couple women who have, like, multiple roles. Like they're a scientist in this one, and then they're another scientist in
Oh,
another.
yeah, that would be Susan Oliver, also one of the cutest girls who ever lived. Oh, is this from the same episode? Oh, yeah, this one in the blue top. That's not a good picture of her.
No, yeah, but she's this one, I think. She was the doctor.
Yeah, but and then she ends up on the Enterprise at the end, and he knows who she is, but she doesn't know who he is. Yeah, that girl is cute. Also, so I don't know which episode it is. There's an actress named Susan Oliver. She played a green woman in one episode, and then she played a scientist in another episode, but I don't. It's not a famous enough episode for me to know. But her name was Susan Oliver. Oh, what a doll! What an absolute doll! She was also a flight instructor.
Oh yeah.
She passed away at an early age. There is a documentary about her called The Woman in Green or The Green Woman or something like that. But she was an absolute adorable, and she was in Bonanza. She's in Andy Griffith. This was back in the '60s. She was in tons of shows. But what a beautiful doll she was.
The Green Woman.
I never knew she played the Green Woman at all. She plays a scientist. Well, do me another favor. The episode is called The Gamesters of Triskelion.
I remember that one.
You definitely remember this chick, one of the most famous, iconic girls on Star Trek, played by Angelique Pettyjohn. Angelique Pettyjohn was like a porn actress. She had one of the best bodies ever in history. She's adorable in that episode. She died in Las Vegas.
What?
She became an exotic dancer. She's in a movie called The Mad Doctor of Blood Island, which is one of my favorite B movies. But I love her name, which is Angelique Pettyjohn.
This is the person that gets punched, I think.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Okay. I'm pretty much an expert on the original series. I'll tell you right now.
So here's, they're kissing, of course. And then, I forget why. I forget what's happening in the scene.
They're going to escape.
Sure.
They got those things on their necks.
And then watch. Bonk. She gets knocked out.
Why did he knock her out?
To escape, or I don't remember why, but he kisses her like that, and then he goes boop, and then she falls down.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly how I would have kissed her.
And then just a little pop right to the face, and we were all like, "What?"
Well, she was just an absolute cutie who was only famous for her body, but that's an iconic character. If you think of one of Kirk's conquests, she's one of the big ones, the green hair girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Boy, I'm so full of boring shit. Well, I think that's the chick that was the daughter on 24.
I think so.
I don't know her name.
I remember her from 24. I didn't know she was the daughter.
Elisha Cuthbert. I've never seen her in anything but 24.
Okay.
She was fine in that, but I would give her the bottom of the barrel.
Down here, F.
Maybe E. Maybe not F,
Okay.
but E. There's nothing wrong with her, but I don't
think she's been in too many things.
Most people think that her subplots in 24 were unnecessary.
Well, a lot of 24 is unnecessary. 24 itself, I enjoyed it, but wow. I don't think I saw the last 2 seasons. Did you watch all of it?
I think I got tired of it when it got
I think so
too many
too.
seasons. Season 5 is the best one. It won the Emmy Award for Best Drama that year. That's the one about the evil president.
Never heard of an evil president.
Gene Smart plays his wife. That's the best. That's an incredibly thrilling season.
Yeah, she hasn't been in a lot of things I think you've seen.
No.
Happy endings.
No, nothing against her. She's cute, but
Now this one over here, you know him?
S. That's Eugene Levy.
My favorite on Schitt's Creek.
Great on Schitt's Creek, but great also SCTV, Waiting for Guffman, Mighty Wind, Best in Show. Yeah. He's great.
You know this guy?
Yeah, that's Nathan Fillion from
Firefly.
He's also, I think, more famous now because of The Rookie, but I've never seen that show. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah. Where does he go?
At least A. I'll give him an A. He's also one of my favorite monster movies, Slither.
Okay.
I love Slither. Great gory, great gross monster shit. Really funny. If you haven't seen Slither, ultra entertaining monster movie.
Is it super gross or is it just fun?
Yes, but
Okay,
it's not disturbing. It's fun.
Okay. Don't look. I got to peek. There's someone down here I wanted to get for sure. That one.
Catherine O'Hara, S.
S tier Catherine O'Hara of Home Alone
One of
fame.
the absolute greats. She was also on the studio, as you mentioned.
Yes.
She got Emmy nominated but didn't win. But Bryan Cranston did win an Emmy for it.
And my other favorite on Schitt's Creek. The spoiler alert is that they're all my favorite on Schitt's Creek. Everyone who's on that show.
Yeah.
But they're awesome. Yeah, Cobie Smulders.
She's cute. I can't say a lot for her. E is good for her too.
Yep. She was in How I Met Your Mother.
She was in How I Met Your Mother, but I'm just okay on that show.
You know Elliot Page?
Yeah. I don't know what Elliot Page does, but Ellen Page is in some of my favorite movies, including Hard Candy, and in a great black comedy that nobody knows about with Rainn Wilson called Super, also directed by James Gunn of Superman fame.
Yes, I saw that one.
Give him a C.
C. Good.
Or E's fine. Nothing. Has Elliot Page been in any movies? I know Ellen Page has.
I think not as many.
Also in Inception.
Oh, Inception? I can't remember that.
Heck yeah.
Huh.
You never remember a character named Ariadne?
Yeah. I can't picture them, though. Second Nature. No, I guess not as many. Flatliners.
Oh, he's in the Umbrella Academy as a boy, right?
I think so.
You don't watch that? That seems like your cup of tea.
I tried to watch the first season. I don't know. It was fine, but depends on the superhero.
Well, it's an odd celebrity, but I got nothing against Elliot Page. I wish him all the best.
I don't think you... Can you see this person? I don't know if you know her.
Oh, yeah. She used to be on Sabrina.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's a funny comedian. I know her name, but I can't think of it.
Caroline Ray.
E. Yeah. Caroline, yeah. Sabrina was not my kind of show.
I only remember her from Sabrina.
Most people do.
Okay, this one?
Will Arnett, S.
Okay, S.
One of the funniest, greatest characters of all time on Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. Yes, exactly.
Michael Cera, I might even say the same thing. Not only was he great on that, but he has really made a name for himself in movies. 2 good movies this year. He was in The Phoenician Scheme, and he was great in it. Really a scene stealer. I hope he gets nominated for it. He was also in The Running Man, but he had too small of a part in that. But I like Michael Cera a lot.
I like him too, and he still looks like he's 5 years old.
Well, I watched old Arrested Development the other day, and he looked like literally he was 5 years old.
I know.
Margo Kidder?
You know her. I was wondering if you'd know.
Sure. She was in Superman the movie, one of my favorite films.
Yep.
One of the best fantasy films ever made. But I'm not going to give her a high mark. I'll give her a B.
Okay, B is good.
I like her, but...
You know this guy?
Is he, who is that?
He is in the show I told you to watch, Orphan Black. Matt Frewer.
He's in Orphan Black?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I like Matt Frewer. That's how he looks now? He must be getting old.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. He kind of looks like this sometimes.
He played Max Headroom.
Yes, he did.
He was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I just watched Hercules, the animated one, and he's one of the 2 demons in it.
Yep.
I knew one was Bob Goldthwait, but he's the other one. I like Matt Frewer, okay? I'll give him a A, I guess, or a B.
We can put him right here in the middle of A and B.
Yeah, he's okay.
This one?
Jim Carrey, I'm not as much on the ball with him.
I'm not on the Jim Carrey bandwagon that much either. And if he's listening, I'm sorry.
But I like him, and I like him a lot in serious movies.
Yes.
So I give him a B too. I like Jim Carrey.
I like him in serious movies, and I think I just got inundated. You know, when he was popular, being The Mask or whatever, it was a lot.
Yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in some movies that I think are those, I've talked about in the podcast, that I think are just kind of sitcom-ish, like Mrs. Doubtfire or The Money Pit or Liar, Liar. I'm like, they're okay. You can watch it with the kids.
They were fine.
They're not, they're kind of funny, but one time is good. I never want to own any of those.
Yeah.
He's in a few of those that I don't like.
Okay. I don't know if you know this guy's name either. I didn't know his name. I just knew his face.
I do know his name.
You do?
Yeah, Green.
Graham Greene.
Yeah, Graham Greene. Just passed away within the last couple months.
What?
Indigenous actor, famous for Maverick. He was in Wind River. A great character actor. I think he might have also even been on Reservation Dogs.
Yes.
I'll give him an A at least.
Hell yeah.
He's been around forever. He's one of those actors who plays indigenous characters, and he's been around for decades.
Yes.
Just passed away recently. Rest in peace. Great actor. We talked about him on the podcast.
Yeah, I loved him.
I did too.
And last but not least,
S.
ye old Martin Short. Have you seen Only Murders in the Building?
Yes.
I haven't seen the most recent season, so no spoilers, but I adore them.
I got tired of it. I think
Yeah, well, that's okay.
I liked it. I guess I just haven't seen the newest season. I should watch it. I was really into it for a while.
I know, and I have a hard time getting into it because you know you're going to want to watch all of it at once because I want to see like what happens and then what happens, right? So I have to budget time to watch all of it.
Yeah, the season where they did the musical was so good.
I think, is that the one I'm on? I might be on that one.
The one with Meryl Streep?
I don't remember who's in it.
Well, they sing a lot of songs in it. It's a musical comedy.
But yes, he's amazing. He's been in 1,000 other things. I remember him from everything.
He has. Yeah, he's just great. Absolutely great.
So amazing. Tier list. And now for the big question.
What an odd bunch of celebrities.
That is the question. What do they all have in common?
Oh, that may be why it's odd. Canadian.
How did you know?
Well, I know that all the SCTV people are from Canada because that's where it started.
True.
And I knew that Will Arnett is Canadian. So now I'm beginning to see why. Oh, I know that Robin Sparkles is Canadian.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah.
I thought that one would give it away.
I did the math.
Successful. You win that game.
That's why it was such an odd. And I knew William Shatner was Canadian too. I didn't. Some of them I didn't know, but some of them I sure did. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know Christopher Plummer was. I don't know why.
I didn't know. Well, he's British.
Well, we're claiming him.
Oh.
He was born in Canada.
He was? Oh, good for him.
According to the internet. And
look up Christopher Plummer on IMDb. He has got probably 300 credits. I mean,
oh, for sure.
He really, even till he almost died, he was in his 90s, I think. He just recently died. He was in Knives Out.
1929.
I'm going to watch the Knives Out movie today, the new one.
218.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And that's just on here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's see.
Great actor. And we just saw him in Inside Man. He was a Nazi, or the rich guy.
Perhaps Canada's greatest thespian.
There's a movie that he's in with Elliot Gould. It's not only Canadian film, but it's filmed in Canada. It takes place in Canada, called Silent Partner, and he plays an evil, murdering villain in that, who I think forces Elliot Gould, who works at a bank, to take money out for him. All the money is Canadian. That's an offbeat movie, but I learned about it on one of those trailer collections, and now I own the movie. That's a good thriller, and he is an awful villain in that.
Cool.
He also plays a great one of the Star Trek movies, which I think is Undiscovered Country. That's not Undiscovered Country, but he plays a villain like a Romulan in that, and him and William Shatner really, really try to overact each other scene after scene. They eat every bit of scenery in the whole film. Mm-hmm. They're both really funny and fun in it. It's one of the Star Trek movies.
We haven't watched all the Star Trek movies yet. We've just been watching the show.
I can't recommend most of them.
I know. That's why we're having a hard time getting into it, because I was like, I didn't even watch them at the time.
Wrath of Khan is...
Yeah, we saw that one.
That's the best one. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
And it's got a good commentary because the director, who I can't remember who it is, really hated William Shatner in it. William Shatner's an ass, but he always has been. But my age... You know him from one thing that is really iconic. You can't deny that. And Mr. Spock. So do you watch the Star Trek, a new one with Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto? Because the first one is one of my favorite movies.
I've seen that when it came out. We watched it, but we're not up to it we're doing everything in order. We're on Deep Space Nine, and we'll see.
Yeah, what I was saying was the original series is really legit iconic.
Yeah. The
Next Generation, which is great, is kind of iconic, but every other series after that, nothing. There's nothing really famous. They're probably good. I'm not even saying they're not good. I'm just saying they're not special. And after that, they became more.
Well, it was totally different when the first one came out. That's like an event to see. Now we're like, we know Star Trek.
Like when Star Wars, now, if when I was a kid, it was the first 3 movies. And I really could care less about anything after that. I've never seen The Mandalorian, but I'm sure it's good. But I don't need any more of that. I don't need any more of the prequels. Empire Strikes Back, one of the best movies ever made in any genre. And after those, I don't want any more.
They could market it to me as its own story. Like when they say Star Wars, I start to get tired because I'm like, I don't know all the backstory. I don't know all the characters.
So you're talking about the TV series or the movies?
Well, any of them, because Andor...
I heard it's good.
People kept telling me it was Star Wars, and I was like, oh, come on. But then I watched it just as Andor, and I liked it.
Yeah, you could do that. But if you're, the first trilogy when we were kids, you know, the first Star Wars was unlike anything else, and it was a literally world-changing event. But if you look at it now, it was very low budget. This is why I love the old movies the best. I don't like Star Wars as much as Empire Strikes Back because that's just a great film. But Star Wars was low budget. It's cool when you consider what a shoestring they had, what they accomplished with no CGI. And then I feel the same way about the Terminator. The first one is just a B movie that happens to be thrilling and creative and scary and violent with no CGI. The second one, Terminator 2, at the time was the most expensive movie ever made.
Yeah.
Because they had money to burn by that time because the Terminator was such a massive hit, which I saw like 6 times in the theater. I couldn't get enough of it.
That would cost a lot now, going to the theater 6 times. We used to do it all the time. We'd go to the theater like multiple times. Now I'm like,
I went to the Red Rock to see Hamnet the other, because my close theaters didn't have it. And it's kind of an art film, so I had to go up to the Red Rock. I saw the first showing at 11:30. It was a matinee. I got the senior ticket. It was $11.99.
For seniors?
Yeah.
What are we doing to our seniors out here? It used to be $2.
Well, it's $12.99 regular price. And then when I went to see Running Man, again, I said, I'll go ahead and opt for IMAX. So I saw it in IMAX, matinee show, senior price, $17.99.
Man, you're just going to have to sneak into one.
Those days are over. Well, I don't know. Those theaters that I've been going to now, especially in the daytime, there's like one guy working. I mean, you have to get your tickets sometime at the snack bar. And I could sneak into movie after movie if I wanted to. Nobody would notice. The only problem I think why is because a lot of times if I see an artsy movie in the afternoon, I'm sometimes the only person in the theater.
So they'd be like, hey, he never came out.
Yeah, that's sometimes I think. The last few movies, even Hamnet had like 30 people in the theater that time, but that's because it's getting a lot of talk about how sad it is, I guess.
Yeah, they want to cry at home.
Yeah, I guess some people like to cry. I usually don't watch sad movies, but that was a good one.
They're going to be talking about that one, so you have to know about it.
They are going to be talking about it. That's why I couldn't wait to see it. I thought Xander was going to see it. We were supposed to talk about it, but I said, oh, well, I'll wait. I don't want to say how I feel about it because, you can really affect somebody's opinion of a movie if you tell anything like that. And we're learning that on the show. It's a little bit fun to talk about movies we saw this week, but only I saw this. If we both see it, it's a better conversation, so we've been trying to do that more. Not just the homework movie, but just maybe something that we might see at home.
Yeah. Then you're not poisoning it for the other person.
Right. So, I had Lenny on a second time this week, and Xander said, I'm not going to see Hamnet till Wednesday. So I said, okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Neither one of them had seen it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say how I felt about it. I just said it was one of the best movies of the year.
That's a little bit.
But that's already a thing.
It doesn't give anything away.
It's already on a bunch of top 10 lists and stuff. So, but One Battle After Another is still number one. And that's probably because it's more my kind of movie, which we saw twice.
You're going to need to do a top list, a tier list of movies from this year.
We're going to do a top 10 list with Brandon. He asked to come on.
Good.
I think he's a good movie buff.
Yeah. He knows what he's talking about.
Although much younger. Because I'm really starting to get fascinated because you've listened to it, right? So he's got the top 100 of his favorite movies.
I know, that's so hard to fathom.
It is. And I've been thinking hard about it because I asked Xander the other night, I texted him late at night, I said, I'm curious what is the oldest film on Brandon's top 100. And it was The Godfather of 2001. I said, okay, that goes back to the 70s. And those may be old to you, but I'm going to have King Kong, Casablanca on my top 10. And Rear Window is my favorite movie of all time. That's from the 50s. So I said, we have different movies. He's got 4 Spike Lee movies in his top 100, and I bet you I don't have any. I like Spike Lee, but not necessarily the top 100. And I would have at least 3 or 4 Hitchcocks in there.
Did I ever tell you how I watched Rear Window?
It was in school. You had your teacher, Dylan.
Yeah.
Teacher Dylan, is that you?
Our little student teacher who did absolutely shit all the whole year. And then when it was his turn to teach, he brought in that movie, put it in the TV, played it, and then it was over, and our teacher said to him, like, okay, what do you want them to do? And he's like, appreciate it.
Good. That's one of the best movies ever made. It's one of the great American films.
I was like, don't we have to do a test? I was like, hello? How do I prove I watched it?
You're taking notes?
And she was like, get out. She did not like him at all.
Well, did you like Rear Window? That's my favorite movie.
Yeah, it was good. It reminded me of like Twilight Zone episodes.
That's a great thriller. That set that they've got with that's a set that they built. They have all the other apartments and stuff in it. You never saw a movie like that. If you don't know, there's no music for the film other than the opening credits.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's all ambient music. Especially the guy who plays the piano up in the corner because he's playing a song and trying to write it. And so that's all a lot of time in the background, but there's radio music.
It keeps looping.
Yeah, it's just a cool movie.
Yeah.
That's such a great movie.
We got to do the end
Okay.
question. Bring it all home in the third act here.
Wow, the end credits.
So we like to end words about stuff with a bit of introspection. Not that we haven't this whole freaking time,
The
right?
final minute. Here's my final
The
minute.
final 20
Yeah.
seconds. I need you to tell me all about life, the universe, and everything.
The final minute.
So the question is, when is the last time you surprised yourself?
Surprise myself? I don't think I ever could surprise myself. I always know exactly what I'm going to do.
You do?
Which is interesting. Let me think for a second because I don't hate that question.
It's a tough one.
Surprise myself.
I'm trying to answer it in my own mind.
I don't know.
Because I'm like you. I'm like, well, I plan to do everything.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I did surprise myself more because I have a very bland life. I'll tell you the most surprised I've been lately, but I didn't surprise myself.
Okay.
Last night I went to my theater friend's Christmas dinner. Night before, we went to the work Christmas. Gina Lee got everybody rounded up. We did it last year at the Outback, and a lot of people came.
Nice.
This year, less people came, but it was more fun than I expected. Adriana came to pick me up, and we went to Olive Garden. And I'm not a big chain restaurant guy. So places like Chili's, because I go to the movies down on Rainbow at the AMC movie theater. And the reason I go there is because there's a big Barnes & Noble right next to it. And I love going to the movies and then going to the bookstore, getting coffee. And I love the fact that there's so many young kids buying books and it's always packed. It's a huge, like, Disneyland of books. But there's a Chili's, and I've been there twice, and I think Fillion that I said, there's no effort, there's no interest in giving you a really good meal. There's no passion to it. It's just, here you go. We followed the template on how to make their food. I've always put Olive Garden in that type of spot, and everybody knows it's not a real Italian food place. Oh my God, was it good. Everything about it was beautifully presented, generous portions, cheese, meat. Every bite of food was so good. I was like, Olive Garden's got my stamp of approval. So I'll give that was a very big surprise.
Did you have the salad and the breadsticks?
My idea of a good food is not iceberg lettuce and Wonder Bread.
Okay, if you say so.
I know. I don't have either one of those. I had the soup with my food. I got the stuffed chicken marsala, which was out of this world, and every appetizer that they ordered was good. It was just a really nicely presented, good food. But no, I don't want no salad or those breadsticks are awful. Why does everybody care about those?
Because they have so much butter on them or salt, or I don't know.
They don't have butter on them. They're white bread. I mean, I don't even eat white bread in my life. If there might have been wheat bread, that's probably exactly what I was thinking. I didn't have any of that.
I like the olives. There's olives and onions in the salad. I think I just like those.
I guess I do too, but I mean, I want any salad. I had the spinach artichoke dip. So I didn't surprise myself. I surprised myself by liking Olive Garden more than I thought I would.
Okay.
But that was because it was good food. I'm going to have that same food again.
Maybe some good company also helped the food taste better.
It was also more fun than I expected.
Yeah.
And a great gift exchange because I came out ahead with a nice big bottle of Jack Daniels and with two nice whiskey glasses that came with it.
There you go.
I think Crystal brought that. I said I brought a stuffed frog that cost $5.99. That bottle of whiskey with glasses probably cost $50. I'm like, I'll sip it slowly.
I think is that what I surprised myself doing? I was able to go work at the polling station.
Yeah.
Like we volunteered to go, and I did it, and it was fun. Even though it was 5 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Wow.
That is a long day. It was fun in the way that I don't normally go out and do stuff anymore for work, right? So different and new that way. But all the people there were cool.
The people who were working there or the people who were voting?
Everybody acted cool for the most part. There's the 10%.
Yeah, that's what usually does happen.
Yeah, 10% of like, whoa.
What you see online are always outliers.
Yeah.
Because when I go out even coming back to work, because we were talking about it last night. I tried not to talk about politics, but I'm like, when the pandemic ended, more than any other time, we came into a world where every moment of the day is saturated by politics. Every single thing. And if it's online, I know there are chat bots. I know that's really what it is. Russian bots or Chinese bots where, here's a video of a little boy getting hit by a car. Must have been a liberal, or, must have been Trump's America, or whatever. I mean, it's every. This is why I got on Facebook a long time ago, because I don't want to talk about anything, movies or whatever. I mean, the new movie. You probably heard this on the podcast. I try not to do too much politics, but in one battle after another, there's a group of like underworld guys, which is supposed to represent the Heritage Foundation, and it's called the Christmas Adventurers Club, and they're these white supremacists. Project 2025 is happening. We are in an authoritarian dictatorship right now. It's just that so many people are not sitting still for it. And hopefully more Republicans are going to stop sitting still for it. And I think that is happening. Because did you see today in Indiana, the Republicans decided against doing the gerrymandering thing that the president wanted.
Oh, my God.
It was a big ordeal because Texas did it, Missouri did it, North Carolina did it. But they said, no, we want to let the voters choose who they want. Our constituents said they didn't like it, so we're not doing it.
Let's go. Let's listen to the people. Let's get some unions. Let's fix this up.
Were there a lot of people voting?
Oh, we had record turnout.
Well,
yeah.
Wow.
And they said, we've never seen this before.
And you were busy that whole length of time?
Yeah, not too big. Like 2 or 3 people at all times. And I was like, hell yeah, because it's a computer, so I can churn and burn. But then there's the other lane where they're just talking to their friends for 4 hours or whatever. I had a lot of fun. So we need to keep democracy up, so I have something to do once in a while.
Yeah, that's good. Well, hopefully it worked. But
we'll see.
I hope it wasn't it's an uphill battle to keep democracy alive.
It is. Okay. We got to do our plugs.
Okay.
If someone wants more Jeff, where should they go?
Check out my podcast, Dudes on Cinema, with my friend Xander and I. A new episode drops every Tuesday. We talk about movies for an hour. It's fun. If you like movies, listen to us. And then there's also a YouTube channel that has some little videos of us that are surprisingly funny. Give those a go. It's Dudes on Cinema on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll put the links in the description when I figure out how to do that. But yes, Dudes on Cinema, Spotify, any place you listen to podcasts, and YouTube. Jeff, great talking to you.
I enjoyed it, Amy. Thanks for having me.
I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.